Good morning, everybody. Hope you are all fine. Today, we are going to discussing about the behavior management strategy for the current classroom. I hope you will learn something from this uh, topic. So let's begin with the topic. If you have any doubt, you can clear the doubt. So we are going to start the topic.
How to behave with students and how to behave with the teachers. That is the main highlight. So I am going to share some PPT. So the first part is behavior and learning, defining challenging behavior, influence on students' behavior, instructional variables related to behavior, participation, student success, responding to misbehavior. This is today's agenda. This is the agenda what we are going to present today here. What I am going to present today here. So the first is there are no bad children. There is only bad environment, bad training, bad examples, and bad thinking. Regarding this, always we have seen when the students are there in the class, sometimes the teachers may call them in a different name, not in their name. Maybe the teacher gets sometimes angry. They are very naughty in the class. So you may be taking a name and you may call them. So that is not the way to call the students. That is number one. Secondly, the environment. The students are coming from home. So first, home is the first environment from where they are learning the behavior from the parents. And second home is the school, where the teacher is the second mother, we should say, who is teaching the students regarding the behavior, how they have to behave in the school, how they have to think. Then positive student behavior are not effective, developed, and supported through relationship-based whole school and classroom practice and clearly communicated behavioral expectations. Some students exhibit challenging behavior and require additional support and interventions to address this behavior and to develop positive behaviors. So in this, what I have said before, that in the classroom environment, we have to be very careful regarding whatever we are speaking to the students and how the teacher is interacting with another teacher or interacting with a parent. The students are, they watch you, how you are interacting with others, because you are the role model for the students. In most school and for most teachers, challenging behavior can generally be understood as something that either interfere with the learning of the student or other students or interfere with the safety of student, school staff. Example of challenging behavior include withdrawn behavior such as shyness, rocking, staring, anxiety, school phobia, social isolation, etc. Disruptive behavior such as being out of seat, falling out in the class, tantrums, screaming, or refusing to follow instructions. Violent and or unsafe behavior such as head banging, kicking, beating, punching, fighting, running away, smashing equipment or furniture. Inappropriate social behavior such as inappropriate conversations, stealing, being over affectionate, etc. You have seen that there are students of 25 students are of different type. You can see that when they come, maybe at home, maybe parents have fought, father and mother. Maybe the child is seeing that what the father is saying to mother or mother is saying to the father. That they will keep in mind and they will come to the school. Maybe the teacher is giving the work to do, whatever she is asking to do in the class. The child may not be able to concentrate because the child is thinking about what has happened in the at home. The previous day also it can happen, or in the morning. There are some parents, those who call bad names like, donkey, get up, or some other names they may call, not the child's name. In that also the child is affected very badly. There are students like some students are there they are very shy. They don't want to say anything to the teacher. They will be very isolated. Just they will stare at the teacher, what the teacher is doing, what the teacher is saying. Okay, they will not have any social interaction with the students. That is a type of behavior, that is called withdrawn behavior of the students. And the students, sometimes you can see that the some students are very hyperactive. They are running around the classroom. They will not sit in one place, and you will say many times, but they will not listen to you. But what we have to do that time, that is main important part. For these students, we need to do something which they will listen to you. So for that, we can use so many teaching aids through teaching aids, and you can show them some good videos in which they will learn how to behave in the class. Then influence on student behavior. There are many potential influences on student behavior and many factors that can lead to behavior that is challenging for school to deal with. These include biophysical factors such as medical condition or disability, psychological factors including emotional trauma or lack of social skills, behavior. For example, a student with a learning difficulty repeatedly misbehaves knowing that he or she will be removed from the class and will avoid his or her learning difficulty being exposed. Students group dynamics such as bullying and teasing, environmental factors, teachers' behavior. So these all influences the student. Sometimes the teacher may say that in the class so and so X is very good, excellent, done very good. But the Y will feel very bad because you are not taking the name of Y. You have took the name of X. Even with the teachers also, maybe when the supervisor is doing a meeting, maybe she is taking the name of X and Y. Maybe I have not taken the name of the W. So what will happen? So X and Y will be very happy, but W will be very sad. But it's not that we are not going to praise W. It's the fact that maybe the work is done, but it should be done more appropriate way. Okay, maybe because of that we are saying, but they will feel bad because the teacher or the supervisors, those who are praising, are not praising the teacher as well as not praising the student. So we need to see that nobody should feel isolated. Whatever we are going to say, we should see that we are praising all of the students in such a way that each one is having a different potential. Each one has their own creativeness, their own work. So we need to see that we should praise all the students so that they will behave with you in such a way that the next day you can see the changes among the students itself. By seating arrangement, sometimes you may make some students sit in the front and some students in the back. In that also, in environment factors, they feel it very insecure. They feel that why teacher has moved me from here to back. It's not that the child is going to backbench because we are you don't have a bad purpose, but what you are saying is that good students are you are making them sit in back, and those who are weak you are bringing them front so that you can make them learn how to how they can behave in the classroom. Then, what is effective teachers? Spend more time promoting responsible behavior than responding to irresponsible behavior. Recognize that misbehavior occurs for a reason and take this into account when determining how to respond to misbehavior. As I told you before, instructional approach to behavior. Views student behavior as a teaching problem in which errors need to be eliminated and correct responses need to be taught and strengthened. Whenever we are taking any lesson or anything, when you are doing, see that all students are treated equally. Be proactive and less reactive. We need to explicitly teach expected and desired behavior rather than take the risk or expect that students should know or they will figure it out on their own. Our tendency when students don't follow behavioral expectation is to punish students rather than teach students. Would we punish a student or not reading a word correctly? So what the teacher do, that if the student is not able to say anything or doing some tantrums in the class, immediately the teacher will ask the child to stand up, ask the student to stand up and come near the board. So those punishment we should avoid. And there are three term of contingency, that is antecedents, behavior, consequences. What is antecedents? What happens immediately preceding the behavior? Three-term contingency. What is that? That is behavior. Then consequences. What happened immediately after the behavior? Well, first one is like it's like learning and A, B, and C. A, in reading class, student is asked to read the word aloud on the board. Student tries but reads slowly, struggle and gets the word wrong. Peers laugh at the student and one student says that word is so easy. What did the student learn next day? Student is asked to read the word aloud on the board. What happens today? See, we have all, I think you all are teachers, you know about this. When you ask a student to do something like to read a word or to say an alphaphonic sound, maybe the child will not be able to say. But the smarter children, what they will do, they immediately laugh. What happens to those students? They will not, next day, if you are going to ask anything, they may not be able to say because they will feel that if I say maybe it is wrong, that confidence level will go. Okay. So what we as a teacher should do when you're asking something to a student to say, so if the student is not able to say, if any students are laughing, you should stop that laughing. You should make them understand that it's not good on laughing on others. Okay, you have to make them understand. So once the student understands that, yeah, what I am doing is not correct. So the confidence level of the student who couldn't read the phonic sound will be more. Next day you can see, wow, my teacher have praised me and my teacher have scolded the other one. So the child will improve himself or herself to say the sound. Then antecedent, hold flashcards up. W, word, create a cat. What word? Behavior. Students respond. Say word correctly. Cat. Say word incorrectly. Ha. Consequences, nice job. The word is cat. No, this word is cat. We can sound it out. Cat. So each time the teacher is asking, in antecedent, the teacher is holding the flashcard and asking, what is this word? And in behavior, the child is responding. Sometimes they respond, sometimes they don't respond. But the child who responds, maybe the child is saying that word wrong. So what will be the consequences? If the child who says correctly, the teacher will say, wow, very good, clap your hand. But the child who says wrong, what the teacher will do? Teacher will put a big 0 in the board and say, you have said wrong. Then what effect, what happens to the child? The child will feel very bad because in other students are getting star, other students are getting more. Maybe this child is very slow in learning. So what the teacher should do? Teacher should teach. Once again, the teacher should say the correct. If the child has said car, the teacher should make the child understand it is cat. It is not That is the way the teacher should make the child understand instead of giving a 0. When teaching new skills, consistent responding is key when new skills, academic or behavior, are first being learned. Consistent praise and acknowledgement for correct behavior. Consistent error correction with practice performing the correct response. Frequent review and pre-correction. Teachers interact with students in positive, caring ways. Teachers provide incentives, recognition, and rewards to promote excellence. So these are the skills which the students are doing well. If a teacher is taking the class well and doing excellent work, what we do? We uh, give certificate to the teacher. We praise the teacher. Wow, excellent. Okay, the teacher feels very good and she feels as if she has done something very good. So next time what she will do? She will improve more. So she can get more certificates. Same thing with students also. What the student? So once you praise the student, you give a small card, the student will be very happy. So next day the student will prepare nicely and come up, I'll get another one card. So that's the thing. Empower the student, encourage self-talking and questioning. Our goal is not to manage student behavior, but rather to teach students to successfully manage their own behavior. What we are asking students is really to behave abnormal. No, sometimes, ego, jealousy, possessiveness, many things are there when sometimes some teachers, they have a partiality and when they see some other teachers are doing nice, maybe that teacher will feel very much what you say, uh, I can do much better than that teacher, but she's not doing that much in the class. Okay, maybe that students are saying when the questions are asked, the students are answering very well, but the other class, maybe the students are not answering properly. That doesn't mean that the teacher is not taking the class properly. It is not that, because each class, each students, what happens is that some students are very good. Maybe that 25 students in that class is excellent. Maybe here 10 students are good. Rest 15 students are very slow. They will come up. They will be getting the distinction. They will be getting a rank. So what is our goal is to manage the students' behavior, as well as even the teacher should not feel like any jealous or any ego by seeing the other class teachers the way they are taking, because whatever you are doing is excellent. You should feel that, yeah, what I am doing is good. That is what you should always think. Make sure students understand that it's their misbehavior you dislike, not them. I like you, Jason, right now. You behave is unacceptable. Give the misbehaving student a chance to respond positively by explaining not only what he or she is doing wrong, but also what he or she can do to correct it. Avoid win-loss conflicts. Emphasize problem solving instead of punishment. Insist that students accept responsibility for their behavior. Try to remain courteous in the face of hostility or anger. Showing students that you care about them and their problem will help you earn their respect and establish rapport. What I have said before, the same thing, and specifically we describe the misbehavior and help students understand the consequences of misbehavior. Very young children may even need your explanation modeled or acted out. Be aware of cultural differences. For example, a student who stares at the floor while you speak to him or her would be viewed as defiant in some culture and respectful in others. Avoid labeling students as good or bad. Instead, describe their behavior as positive, acceptance, disruptive, or unacceptable. Focus on recognizing and rewarding acceptable behavior more than punishing behavior. I think you have understood that how we should behave with the teachers and with the students. Now, there are some safety, e-safety when we are in online sections. So how we should take care of the internet safety. Okay. So in that, speak to somebody if you need help. S. A. Ask an adult before going online. F. Friends are real people we know. E. Enjoy, play, have fun, and stay safe. When you are taking online classes, like last year we were taking online classes. When we are in online classes, we should be very careful when we are taking the class. Safety is the main thing. If you don't know, you have to ask those who know about the safety of online classes. So stay safe online. Safe. Keep safe by being careful not to give out personal information such as your full name, email address, phone number, home address, photos, or school name to people you are chatting with online. Meet. Meeting someone you have only been in touch with online can be dangerous. Only do so with your parents or carriers' permission, and even then, only when they can be present. Accepting. Accepting emails, IM messages, or opening files, pictures, or texts from people you don't know or trust can lead to problems. They may contain virus or nasty messages. Reliable information you find on the internet may not be true, or someone online may be lying about who they are. Make sure you check information before you believe it. Tell your parent, carrier, or a trusted adult if someone or something makes you feel uncomfortable or worried, or if you are someone you know is being bullied online. So you have to be very careful. SMART, smart. You have to be very smart. And this SMART, safe, M means meet, acceptance, reliable, tell. So we need to take care of each and every areas. Number one, I only go online with a grown up. I am kind online. I keep information about me safe. I tell a grown up if something online makes me unhappy. See, this online, we are, most of them are using YouTube, most of them are using Twitter and Instagram. See, we in that unknown person, Facebook, many times some unknown persons are coming, you are having a chat with the person. If you give your personal details, it is very dangerous for you. So we have to be very careful. And same way, our password is very, very important. We shouldn't say the password to anyone. That always you should change your password. So if you're keeping a password, it's not that you have to always keep the same password. So when we are teaching our students, we have to be very careful that the students should not learn like we are handling kindergarten students. But now, recently we have seen even the small students know how to go to YouTube, how to do the Facebook because they are learning. So that is very dangerous. We need to make them understand that they shouldn't go to the areas which they don't have to visit because that is not for the students. So what we should do, our 4 years, 5 years students, if we are going to explain, they will not understand. We need to orient the parent for that. We should make parents first understand because the parents are the one who is showing each areas they view and they seeing that the children are learning. So we should orient the parent and inform them that whatever they are doing shouldn't be done in front of the children. So that's it. I hope that you all have understood what exactly was today's topic and we can have an interaction section now.